Okay, so I created a video previously that kind of went into the details of creating a custom KPI and drill down. But now I want to actually do another one of these where I do it live and then change some settings. And so looking at this, what I created previously was an overtime, and I had a specific wage type, which is time and a half, right? And so maybe I want to have multiple of these and then have a different one for double time, for example. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that live. So I'm going to copy this. And so what happens is sometimes when you copy it, I might need to delete a couple things because what SAP does standard is it replaces this, right? And so with copy at the end, right? And so I'll just change this to double time, right? And so you can see it added some text here. So double time amount total compared to the previous two periods. KPI, ECP number 3. Okay, that's fine. I want to select a transport here. I'm going to change this text OT at 2.0x. X, press OK. And I'll leave that as amount. I don't need to change anything here. I'm still selecting from the same RT table field. The big thing I need to change here is variable. So 20, I think it's in 2003. That's double time right here. 2003. And so this is for the current period. 2003. It's for the US right here. I'll select one more. 2003 US. And then I will actually have to change my drill down here. So I'm going to leave this for now, but I'll create a new one of those and then change it. I don't have to change anything here. Don't have to change anything here. Still pulling the same data, just changing the values of it. Current period. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Looks good. Okay, so that gives me a lot of the data I need. Let's preview this and see if there's any data out there for that has double time out there. I might need to activate this first, and then I'll preview it. US pre-payroll, semi-monthly. Okay, there we have it. So I do have some data. There's $234.72 of double time, but I also want to be able to reconcile this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the designer and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to actually copy this, and then I'm going to create a new drill down, and then ultimately I can change this as well. So I will change this ID first. So copy, instead of copy, I don't need this. I can change this OT to DT for double time. Copy from list, KPI drill down. I just need to assign this to a transport. We have some text elements here. The big thing I need to change is the wage types again. So 2003. There it is. 2003. And so this time I have to do it for more periods because I don't just have 3. With the drill down, if you took a look at my previous video, I have to drill down into, I have 6 periods within my drill down. Two, 2003. Okay, I will include that here. And then what I can do is, I'll go ahead and activate this. I will preview it. Well, actually I need to update this text, so I did not do that properly. List of employees with double time pay amount over the 6 period. So click this, and now activate this. Preview. I will pull my US, and then I can expand this and see. And so now what I see is that periods, so let's pull out my calculator. 182.52 plus 52.20 234.72. So I have this for Paul Cook and Mateo Salazar. And so if I look at this, once again, that number is 234.72. And then if I want to just quickly reconcile this, maybe I can run off cycle on Paul Cook. So I still have this up from my previous video. I will cancel. I will take a look at Paul Cook. And I'm running a regular period on demand. Period 1, that's the one I'm looking at. And then choose the date of the 10th. I will simulate this. And it should give me the gross and net, and then I can click into it, and you can see there it is, right? Paul has the overtime at 182.52. So that matches what I have here, 182.52 in the current period, and I'm able to see that, right? And so the next thing I'm going to do is now take my original KPI and I want to swap the drill down to it, because right now it's still pulling my overtime drill down. And by the way, if you wanted to, maybe I'll just show this. I could keep my overtime drill down in there and then actually put in my double time, so it actually becomes 2 drill downs. List of employees with double time there. I can activate this. And now if I want to actually tie this to a process, what I'm going to do is come to my analytics, come to my US, I'll edit this, and what I'm going to do is come to my worked hours, that's where I have it, and I'm going to type in DT, double time amounts, select this, and then I will activate this. And so this does not right away just come over here. In fact, I think a shell of it might. So you might, if I refresh this, you might see a shell of it. But what I have to do, there's the shell of it, is I have to rerun this policies to create the alerts and KPIs. And so the payroll results I don't have to run, because the payroll results are going to be the same as what they are, right? I didn't change any employee data. All of that's there. It's already in the declustered table. But what I need to do is I essentially created this new drill down and this KPI and drill down. So this is the drill down. This is the KPI over here. I created it. I attached a new drill down that I created to it. And then I put it within a folder of KPIs I already have, and it's this, I've used KPIs USA. And so if you're wondering how this fully ties together, within my managed processes, I've defined, hey, this folder of KPIs, and I've had the sections defined, gross, net, active, inactive. This is assigned to my process. And so the one I'm running, if you look at my process over here, I'll refresh this, is this US pre-payroll semi-monthly, right? And so US pre-payroll semi-monthly right here. And so if you're wondering how those KPIs and alerts are assigned, here's my alerts, and then I have the KPIs assigned right here. And so if you look at that, that's how this works. Within this managed configuration, I've created a bunch of KPIs, which we have in here, and then we've grouped them together into folders, right, or sections over here. And that's where I have these sections, and I tie my individual KPIs. And by the way, the drill downs are within this, because I configured that, right? If I clicked on my KPIs, this is where I defined, hey, these are the drill downs for this. And then now that I have this folder of KPIs, I attach that to an individual process within this analytics section. So that's where it says, hey, use these, and then this has also the drill downs within that. And so that's kind of how this works. And so when you create a new KPI, what you have to do is, like I showed, add the drill down in there, but then you have to add it to the folder of alerts. And so if this folder of alerts is already assigned, then you don't have to go and change anything. If you need to split it out, then you make a copy of this or do something different there. And so now what this looks like is, like I said, on the end user side, after this is done, you do have to rerun this process so the KPI tile is filled. And now you can actually see exactly what this looks like. I have one tile, which I created previously for overtime at 1.5x, and then I have a new tile for overtime, or excuse me, double time at 2x, right? If you want to call it overtime or double time. And by the way, if I wanted to change this text, I showed this in my previous video, but I can come to this KPI tile, come over here, and this is just a literal, right? So let me change this. My double time hours KPI. I'm gonna press edit. And I'm gonna change the double time at 2.0x or 2x or whatever you want to call it, right? So you can change this, press OK. And by the way, if I want to kind of show this right away, boom, double time at 2x. All right, so there's the full-blown process of copying a new KPI, creating a new drill down, tying those together, and then being able to see that in a process. And by the way, the last thing I'll show is actually the drill down. So if I click into this, you can kind of see what this, what did I might not have actually. Did I add the drill down? Oh, I did not say, oh, you know what I did actually? What I did was I tied it to this process, if I'm looking at it. Yeah, so list of employees with overtime, list of employees with double time. So now this has the data I want. And actually what might be a nice touch for me is to, I'm gonna close this, is to attach it to both. That way when I drill into either one of those, I can see. So now I will update my double time KPI and actually have the data I want. So I'll type in double, and then I can activate this. But once again, what I would have to do is I would have to rerun that once again once I make a change there. So if I click into this, right now, well, actually, in this case, I didn't. It looks like it worked right away. I guess because the data is already kind of rendered in the chart. So my double time amounts compared to it, and now I have both of these tiles. And so what I actually might want to do here, and this is a good other thing to show, is I might want to change the order in which these appear. And so what I mean by that is, I'm going to close this, it's kind of confusing me. Right now, when I drill into this double time chart, it goes first to the overtime amounts, whereas I might want to swap that. And so what I can kind of come here down to the bottom and do is take this and drag it up. Now the double time chart will be first there. I will activate this. And I think these changes actually take impact right away. So when I click on the overtime chart, the first drill down should be overtime. And when I click on the double time chart, boom, there it is, right? It's going to show me the double time chart. And oh, by the way, if you want to drill down and see overtime, I can also show you that there as well. So you're able to kind of see, okay, here's my double time, here's my overtime, and then I'm able to kind of get a glance at either one of those from within one drill down. All right, well, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and add any comments. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Thank you.